Leon moved through the shattered valley with careful steps. Smoke drifted from the fractured ridges where the last exchange of fire had ended. The ground was still warm from the burning plasma lines that had carved across the soil during the final push. He had survived only because he had learned to read the rhythm of battle. Every shift in the air, every hum of foreign engines, every tremor of the earth under alien war machines, the sun above the distant peaks bled faint gold. It cast long shadows across broken stones, down drones, and the remnants of both armies. His visor flickered with damage warnings, but he ignored them. He had been separated from his squad after a misfire ruptured the ridge. Now he needed to regroup. Yet as he traveled, something tugged at him. A faint sound. A cry that did not match the calls of injured. Soldiers. It was thin. High. Frightened. It came from a patch of blistered foliage beside a ruined transport. Leon adjusted his weapon out of habit, then paused. The cry was too soft to be a wounded fighter. He stepped closer and brushed aside cracked leaves. A young alien girl stared up at him, pressing herself against a fallen beam. Her skin held a soft violet hue. Her eyes held a strange brightness, like deep rivers under moonlight. She trembled as he approached. Her clothing marked her as one of the enemy. Yet she looked far too young to be anything other than a child. Leon lowered his weapon. "It is all right," he said in a steady voice. She flinched, but did not run. He removed his helmet so she could see his face. Human features. Unmasked. Not a threat, though she had been raised to believe otherwise. She blinked in confusion. Her voice shook. "You are one of them." "Maybe," he said, "but I am not here to harm you." She looked around as if expecting her guardians to return. No one came. The valley held only echoes and drifting smoke. He scanned the ruins. If he could hear her, others might as well. They would not approach with mercy. "What is your name?" he asked. "Talai," she whispered. "All right, Talai," he said. "You are hurt," she nodded. A shallow cut ran along her leg. Not deep, but painful. He checked the area again. They were alone. He pulled a small med patch from his belt and knelt. "I can help," he said. She watched his movements with tense uncertainty. Yet when he pressed the med patch against her wound, she gasped at the cool relief. The patch glowed faintly as it sealed the tissue. "You saved me," she said with clear confusion. "That is what people should do," he answered. The statement unsettled her. She had been taught the opposite. Humans were the enemy. Humans were ruthless invaders. Yet this human had chosen to protect her. A rumble rolled across the valley. Lean stiffened. Engines. Heavy ones. He stood and scanned the horizon. 3 large carriers advanced over the ridge. Their silhouettes curved like the exhaustions of colossal insects. These were elite command carriers. They belonged only to the highest tier of the enemy. "Talai," Leon said. "Do they belong to your family?" She swallowed. "They belong to my mother," he exhaled once. That meant one thing. The Queen of the Dominion was approaching. A ruler feared across the sector. A commander known for swift judgment and unwavering strength. If she found a human holding her daughter, the result would be immediate and violent. He looked down at Talai. "You have to hide." "No," she said. "If she sees me with you, she will be angry. I do not want her to think I threaten you." "But you saved me," she whispered. The carriers descended with a low thunder. Dust swirled around them. Leon raised his hands slowly and stepped away from Talai. He hoped the Queen would see reason, or at least listen for a moment. The central carrier opened. From within emerged Queen Rena. Her stature was tall and commanding. Her armor shimmered like hardened crystal. Her helm folded back to reveal a face marked by sharp symmetry and powerful presence. Her gaze swept across the field until it landed on Talai. "Talai," she called. "Come here." The child ran to her mother with relief. Rena crouched and inspected her quickly. When she saw the sealed wound, her eyes narrowed. It bore the signature of human medical tech. "Who did this?" she asked. Talai lifted her hand and pointed to Leon. "He helped me." Rena rose slowly. Her guards shifted around her like living shields. Their weapons hummed. Leon remained perfectly still. He felt every gaze lock onto him. "You are the enemy." Rena said, "Why touch my child?" "She was alone," he said, "and she was hurt." "I do not require explanations from a human," she replied. Talai tugged at her mother's arm. "He saved me. Please do not harm him." Rena's stern expression faltered. She looked again at Leon. She studied him as if trying to reconcile two truths. Humans had brought ruin to her worlds. Yet this one stood before her without fear, claiming nothing, asking nothing, only existing in the aftermath of destruction. Having chosen mercy, "Your squad abandoned you," she said. "You wander alone in this valley?" "I was separated during the battle." "You should have fled," she said. "Yet you approached my daughter." She needed help. The queen stepped closer. Her guards tensed, but stayed back when she raised her hand. She examined him with piercing intensity. "You could have taken her. Used her as leverage. That would not cross my mind." "Why?" "Because she is a child." His answer seemed to strike something deep within her. Not anger. Something else. Something like disbelief mixed with curiosity. Rena turned to Talai. "Go inside the carrier. But do as I say." Talai obeyed reluctantly. When she disappeared into the carrier, Rena faced Leon again. "You saved the most important person in my life," she said. "This is a debt I cannot ignore. I did not do it for reward. That does not matter. In my realm, debt binds the soul. I seek no bond. You do not choose." "I do." Her tone was final, commanding, yet not cruel. More like a force of nature shaping fate. Leon stayed silent as she approached him. She examined his damaged armor and the scorch marks along his side. "You are injured," she said. "It is minor." "You lie," she replied. She gestured. Two guards strode forward. Leon braced for seizure. Instead, they lifted him with surprising gentleness. "Take him inside." Rena said, "Treat him with care." He stared at her. "You are taking me prisoner." "No," she said. "I'm taking you as one under my protection." "That sounds worse." Rena's expression sharpened. "You saved my daughter. You walk with honor. You will not be treated as an enemy." Inside the carrier, he received medical treatment from alien physicians who worked with silent precision. None dared question the queen's order. When the procedures ended, Rena entered the chamber. "You are stable," she said. For now, she regarded him with calm intensity. "You acted with courage uncommon among your kind. My kind would say I acted as anyone should, yet no one else did. Only you." Leon held her gaze. "I did not want her to be afraid." Rena leaned slightly closer. "Talai has never spoken of a human with anything but fear. She spoke of you with gratitude. That alone alters the course of this war. I am only one person. One person can shift the tide of nations." She stepped back and considered him with something new in her eyes. A decision forming. "You are coming with me? For how long?" "For as long as I decide," she said. "You will not be harmed. You will not be confined as a prisoner. You will be kept beside me. That sounds like capture. That sounds like protection. And if I refused, you would still remain," she said. "But I would rather have you by choice than force." He studied her. Her strength was undeniable. Her presence filled the chamber. Yet she did not radiate malice. She radiated certainty, and something else beneath it. A fierce gratitude she did not know how to express with softness. "Why do you want me near you?" he asked. Rena answered without hesitation. "You saved the heart of my world." By our law, by my will, that binds you to me. I am not one of your people, yet you belong to my protection now. That is a strange way to put it. It is the only way I know. The carrier shifted as it prepared for ascent. Lian closed his eyes for a moment. He had rescued a child, and now he stood in the presence of the most powerful figure of the Dominion, held not as a captive, but as something else. Something he could not yet understand. Rena watched him. "You fear your fate," she said. "I fear what I cannot predict." "You are honest," she said. "Good. Honesty is rare in war. And what do you expect of me now?" "Nothing," she said. "You have already given me more than you know." The ascent began. The valley faded below them. Lian felt the weight of the moment settle across his thoughts. Rena stepped beside him. "You will stay by my side," she said. "This is my final decision. That is not much of a choice. It is the only path that honors what you have done. And if your people do not accept a human near you, they will learn." He studied her profile. Regal, unyielding, yet there was something gentler in her voice when she added one last statement. "You saved my daughter. Now I take you not as a prize, not as a prisoner, but as one whom fate has placed in my care." He had no answer for that. Not yet. And as the carrier rose into the sky, Lian sensed his life shifting into a future he had never expected. A future bound to the queen, who now claimed him as hers.